Hey guys, today is a very special day. Today I decided I need to take the first step, actually commit to my business, and today I'm going to quit my job. I'm currently in my work attire right now. I work as a server at a ramen bar, and I'm only working 3 days out the week, so that's only about 21 hours a week, part-time, but I just feel that time is holding me back on my goals. And I think if I put those 21 hours to my business compared to what I'm doing now, that can not only help me help more people, but also teach me more discipline and also help me build a better schedule. I feel like a lot of you out there, you are afraid to take that first step into putting yourself in a hard situation to where you are forced to actually perform and make that outcome come true and be positive. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of us in life are actually lost. I used to be lost myself. And what I mean by this, if you don't know what I'm referring to, when I mean lost, I mean you're in a state of working a 9 to 5 job. You don't really know what you want to do in life. You're kind of just living life because society has taught you and implanted in your head what to do. You were taught to go to school. You probably don't even know why you went to school or what you really wanted to be. You probably ended up working a completely different job. And then you're working this job and some of you are not even happy in your current situation, and you might be smoking weed, drinking alcohol, partying with friends, and you're just in this state of, you probably don't feel confused, but you are. You're in the state of confusion. You don't really know what you want to do in life. You're just kind of going through the motions, and that's where I used to be in life. Back when I was in college at San Diego State University, when I was a sophomore, I was smoking weed, playing video games, wasting my time staying up all night, playing video games, waking up in the morning, doing the same thing, take a bong rip, smoking, and it was a waste of time. Even like 6 months ago, I tried to quit weed last year and I didn't smoke for a year, except for 420. And then this year, it's been like 6 months, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, about 4 months ago, I cracked. Like 6 to 4 months ago, I cracked and I took a hit of it. And then I started doing it for a week and I was like, what am I doing? Then I started watching these motivational videos. I started watching these podcasts. I started watching how to actually better myself, how to actually build good habits, like waking up early consistently, taking cold showers, eating healthy foods, being consistent, thinking positively in every situation, not thinking negative, not having a fixed mindset. And most of you guys in life, you have a fixed mindset. You either think you actually have the motivation to do something, and then all of a sudden it just goes away. Or you start something for a couple weeks and then it just goes away. You have to be consistent, especially for those of you who are trying to make it out the 9 to 5 life, especially for those of you who are trying to actually become rich. Me being 24 years old, I feel like I wasted my younger years, especially during COVID, when I was just, playing video games. I started actually making content on not YouTube, on TikTok during COVID. I made a couple of TikToks. They were pretty cool, but then I just stopped. I wasn't trying to be an influencer, but the videos were funny. And imagine if I kept going though, and I kept making content. Maybe the content wouldn't be like this and motivational, but I would have at least had a personal brand. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that you need to get out of this state of being lost. You need to get out of this state of not knowing what to do anymore and just kind of going through the motion in life. So, that's you. If you're just confused, you're not really sure what to do in life, you're just like, I don't like my situation, but I don't also want to do anything about it. It's time for that wake up call. It's time to figure out, okay, what qualities about you are you good at that you can help other people with? Like me, I'm good at fitness. I'm good at getting in shape. I can help other people get in shape. What are you good at? And how can you leverage that and actually push that into a business and help people achieve a certain goal or get a certain outcome? You get what I'm saying? So today, I just figured today is the day I need to actually put my foot down and let my job know that I'm done. I'm not going to actually quit today because they treated me good, but I am putting in my 2 weeks because I'm tired of not being able to give it all to my business, not being able to actually put my everything into my business and go 100%, because I truly believe that is what I need to be successful. That is what I need to take the next step in life, to actually be like, this will push me over the edge to where I have to start performing. I have to start actually making shit happen in life. There was a time where I didn't have a job, and it was probably 2 to 3 weeks of not having a job, and I didn't really perform too good. I probably got like one client. I made like $1,000 in a month, and that's not really amazing. My rent is $1,000 a month. So now I'm putting myself in this mindset, in this stage of, you have to make money now. You have to expand your business. You have to be able to succeed in life. Otherwise, you are fucked. So today I'm going to go into my job, be respectful and just let them know, like, hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks today. Thank you guys for everything. And this is what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to work from home. I don't party. I don't waste my time doing tasks that do not benefit me. So I know I'm not going to be distracted. There's no more excuses. There's no reason why I should not be successful, why I should not be able to achieve the outcome that I want. So I'm going all in. I'm quitting my job. That's the only way I'm going to truly feel like I can put my all on the table. That's the only way I feel like I can actually make these things happen, make my dreams come true. Because this extra 21 hours I'm about to gain, that's not just more time to actually become a better coach, more time to help my clients, more time to schedule more calls with people, to be able to help more people and do outreach. This is actually going to help me build my discipline, help me have a consistent schedule. I want to wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. However, on nights like this that I get off at 11 p.m., I'm not home till like maybe 12 a.m. and I don't go to sleep till 12:30 a.m. I end up waking up at like 7:30 a.m. and that's not consistency. And I would stick to the 4 to 5 a.m. schedule, but I'm not going to sacrifice that sleep that I could be putting on my body so I can actually build more muscle and have longer focused days instead of just being drained with no sleep and having shitty focused days. So this is what I'm going to do. And honestly, for those of you out there, if you need to do whatever it is, that could be removing somebody out of your life, like a partner that does not believe in you, or, someone that doesn't believe in your goals, or if you're living with parents and they don't believe in your goals, like, live with whoever you have to live with for as long as you possibly can until you are ready to move out. But if you feel like something's holding you back, you need to take yourself out of that environment. If you have friends who are holding you back and do not believe in you, you need to take yourself out of that environment. You could tell somebody like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business, making money online, and your whole friend group might be like, what are you talking about? That's so stupid. And then you're going to be like, oh, they're right. Maybe that possibly won't work. And then you're just going to give up on your goal. But then you could go to a completely different location, tell other people, hey, I'm thinking about making money online. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? So realism is subjective to your surroundings. The people you surround yourself with you are most likely going to become and behave like. If you're hanging out with straight delinquents, people who are not educated and are doing just the most dumbest things in life, you're most likely going to do dumb things too. If you're hanging out with losers, you're going to be a loser. If you're hanging out with successful people, you are going to be a successful person. So me and my friends, we don't hang out because they're just doing their own thing. They're busy and it is what it is, you know? But the people I surround myself with online are successful, they are making money, and they have the same mindset as me. They have the same goals as me. They have the same habits. They wake up early. They meditate. They take the cold showers. They read. They journal. They educate themselves when, they could be relaxing or, watching TV. They don't do those habits. And these are habits you guys have to build on. So if you are afraid to take that first step in life, that first step to actually better yourself, just putting that foot down, like for once, like, you know what? Let's do this. I'm ready to go all in. Even if you're hesitant or you're scared, because guys, like I am kind of scared and nervous to, put my 2 weeks in and quit my job. I'm thinking like, what if I don't make enough money? What if I'm not successful with my business? But then that thought in the back of my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? You are going to make this work. You will be successful and I will make this happen no matter what. And I know I'm going to succeed. You can't think, you have to know. You have to know it's going to become true. You have to know you're going to make it happen. You have to believe 100% in yourself. Some of you want to get in shape, but you do not believe 100% in yourself. And that is why you are not in shape. That is why you are fat, out of shape, overweight, super skinny, fat. Does not matter. If you do not have the physique you truly want, it's because you don't believe in yourself, and that is what is holding you back. You have to actually give it your all. You have to actually believe whatever your name is. Like, you have to talk to yourself like Giovanni Fiderio. You can fucking do this. If you put everything you have into it, if you truly believe in yourself, you can do it. Actually. And energy is a real thing. In this earth, energy is a real thing, and you manifest your outcome. If you do not believe in yourself, and if you just believe that you don't know what's going to happen in life, you're just meant to live this normal, mundane lifestyle, and you don't have a nuanced way of thinking, and you're just very lost, you're going to be lost forever. You're not going to be successful. You're probably going to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. If you have this growth mindset on, I can do this, you know what? Just because today was a bad day doesn't mean tomorrow is going to be a bad day. Just because someone said, I don't believe in you, doesn't mean that I should not believe in myself. You have to have these thoughts. You have to have this mentality to not give up. You have to have the mentality to put in the fucking work and the effort, and you will get results. I am honestly like, I don't know the outcome of this situation that's going to take place once I quit this job. So it's like, I'm just like, a little nervous, but I do know that I'm going to put in my 100% effort, and I know the outcome is not going to be negative. I can tell you that. I know the outcome will be positive. I know that I'm going to make stuff happen. This isn't just going to give me more time to actually study what I need to study and educate myself on my business and teach myself how to be more successful in my business. Like, I get to actually take these hours and make it more of my time into making more content, doing more outreach, posting better videos, studying my analytics, figuring out how is my content affecting people and what do people gain from this? Am I actually giving out information that's going to provide to the specific audience I'm trying to talk about? So it's currently 2025. I'm 24 years old, and I'm just trying to make the right decisions. If I was younger, if I was 21, 19, 18, I wish I had the mindset that I have now, because now I've always been outgoing. I've always been smart, but I did little dumb things, like I smoked weed. I drank alcohol. I spent a lot of time playing video games. But in high school, I had like a 3.5 GPA. I played sports. I played football all 4 years. I tried out on the lacrosse team. I even tried wrestling. I did not like it. I did a year of volleyball to try it out. That was cool. I did a track event. So I was playing sports. I was in clubs, and I was having a decent GPA, like 3.5. But if I could just go back and tell my younger self, Giovanni, do not waste your time on habits that are going to hold you back. Don't waste your time on talking to girls. Don't waste your time on smoking weed. Don't waste your time on playing video games and all this bullshit, sleeping in. Work on yourself. Educate yourself. Build that higher self that is possible to, achieve. There's so many things in life that we can learn and get better at, like our communication, like knowing how, like, psychology works, knowing how the brain works, knowing how people think. So when we're talking to them, we have a better understanding, knowing how the world works, knowing about energies and the laws of the universe. Yes, it gets that deep. It's like that. There's so many things we can learn and get better at, and just, crafting a skill that actually works for us. So, I want you guys, if you're serious about bettering yourself, I want you guys to think of 5 to 10 habits that are holding you back in life. It could be video games, sleeping in, staying up really late watching Netflix. Anything you think is bad in life that is holding you back from achieving your goals, write it down. Now, I want you to write down 5 to 10 things that will actually benefit you in life, like positive habits that will actually make you successful, like waking up early, taking cold showers, reading for 30 minutes a day, meditating, journaling, working out, things like this, educating yourself, studying something you want to improve on, starting a business, figuring out what you truly want to do in life. When you're journaling, write down 5 to 10 things that can benefit you, and actually look at these lists. Like, okay, this is what's holding me back. This is what I need to do. Let me stop doing at least one of these things every single day. You just don't want to quit cold turkey. If you can, that's great. But choose one thing off that bad habit list. Take one off every single day until you've taken them all off. And start implementing one good habit every single day until you implemented all the good habits, and then stay consistent. Now, here's the thing that's going to make or break you being your most successful self. For those of you who can continue, you may not be perfect, and it's okay, but if you can continue with these habits, being successful, executing them, you will reach your goals in life. For those of you that, you start off strong, maybe you go for a week or two and then you fall off and you go back to your old habits and you just kind of don't really care. You guys are going to have a hard time being successful in life. Kind of like the people watching this video and don't do anything and just kind of brush it off their shoulder because they think they have everything down. And maybe you might have everything down. Maybe you might, be successful. Maybe you might be making 20, 30K a month. But if you still have bad habits, that could be holding you back from making 100K a month. Nobody is perfect. So that's what I'm trying to say. So guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't know what time it is, but I need to go to work, and I'm taking the first step. As I said, I'm quitting my job. I need to put all my time and energy into myself. I do not want to be an employee anymore. I want to own my own business, and I want to run things under my schedule and my way and live the life that I want to live. I do not want to work for anyone. I am my own boss, and that's how I see things. So I'm going to make that happen, and I promise myself. And looking back at these videos in 2027, or maybe even like a year from now, 2026 in September, I'm going to be like, whoa, I've come a long way. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for you guys. Hopefully this video benefited you. Otherwise, see you guys.